Okay, so today I want to make a fun exercise using Claude Code, and I expect or I hope that this will be an example that will inspire you how you can use that tool to apply in different situations in your life or in on your work, right? So the problem that we are going to solve is let me give you some context. My wife, she's reading this book, Autism: The Scientific Truth About Preventing, Diagnosing, and Treating Autism Spectrum Disorders. We have an autistic child, so she studies a lot about autism, and this book has on chapter 8. It has I have it. I took pictures of it. So let me try to turn this. It has these, it's like a test that you answer with some questions. Let me go further into the chapter. Dominance profile. I'll get there. Let me do like this. Select all and press spacebar. Yeah. Right. So it comes with these questions. I do not detect temperature difference. Sound appears to be strong in my left or right ear, and you answer those kinds of questions, and it comes up. You add the points and get some result. I didn't read it, but the exercise is we are gonna get Claude Code to, I guess, transform those images into text, and then get to understand what it says, get to understand the test, and then make a very basic application that you can open on your phone, do the test with someone, and get the result at the end, right? So let's get to it. Okay, so I have here in my terminal, right? So I'm gonna type terminal, and I already have Claude Code installed. This is a folder that is in my home directory called chap 8, right? And here I'm going to use the terminal where I already have Claude Code installed, right? I'm not going to show how to install Claude Code, but if you go to how to install Claude Code, you will get from the official website how to set it up, right? You need a paid account on claude.ai for that, right? And claude.ai is it's like just another chat GPT, but it also comes with this tool that you can use on your computer, right? So instead of using it here and saying hello, you can also, it's going to come up with a, hey Tony, how's it going? You can also use it here, Claude. So I'm running Claude on my computer on this terminal. So it's inside this folder here, users Tony, which is this folder in my computer that has, see Tony, it has all these folders here. So it's asking me if I trust this folder. I'm going to say yes. I need to select a reasoning effort. I'm going to say medium for now. Okay, first time I'm running this on this folder, so I'm going to say hello here, and I can talk to it in my computer. Now, what is the advantage?
Hey Tony, what's up? Ready to roll whenever you are.
Right. So here I have an additional tool that it can talk to me as well. So what is the advantage of having it run on my computer is that it has access to my files. It can read files, can read images, PDFs, and code, right? So its main purpose is to work with code files, right? With programming language code, but you can do more of it with it. So I actually don't want to run it here, right? So I'm exited Claude Code, and I can list the files in here. I want to run it inside this folder here because that's where I put the pictures that I took with my phone from the book. So here we go. I'm going to cd into chap 8 folder, right? And in here, I'm going to start Claude again. So yes, I trust this folder. And I'm going to say, so the first page is this IMG 3143. I say, hello, do you see what's in? So I'm going to say at to point to a file, right? I'm going to say IMG. So it already brings up, so it's 3143. 3143, tab, enter, enter. So I'm asking a question pointing to a file, which is a picture of the image.
Hey, Tony, let me take a look at that image for you.
Yeah, go ahead and take a look. Oh, okay. So we already hit our first obstacle. So the file is too big to read directly. Let me convert to a viewable format first. So here, it's trying to run a command on my computer to convert whatever this image height extension to this JPEG extension, which apparently it will like it better. So since it's asking to run a command, I need to approve it. So I'm going to say yes, and don't ask again for this type of command that I don't know what it does, but it knows. And in this case, it's a command to work with images. And let's see what happens.
It's a photo of an open book, Chapter 7, called Listen to Your Body, about assessing your symptoms.
Right, it's chapter 8, not chapter 7. Well, it got that right. So I'm going to say, okay, convert all images to JPEG in this folder so that you can work with them. Right? So I did it for one file, and it saved the file into another folder, right? See here, /tmp, so that's another folder outside of this folder that we are at here.
Done. All 12 images converted to JPEG, ready to
Nice.
go.
Nice. So I'm gonna reorganize it here by kind. I'm gonna create a new folder and move all these images in here because I don't need it anymore, right? So I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna say clear, and this is going to erase Claude's memory of our conversation so far. And we're gonna start over. Hello, do you see what's in IMG 3143.jpg?
Hey there, let me take a look at that image for you. It's a photo of an open book, Chapter 7, titled Listen to Your Body, about assessing your symptoms and brain imbalances.
Oh, it's Yeah, it's chapter 7. It's right. I thought it was chapter 8. Okay. Please save the text in that page to a markdown file, img 3143 .md. A markdown file is just a text file that has
On
some
it,
formatting.
transcribing those pages into a markdown file now. Done. Saved both pages to img 3143.md.
All right, let's see what's in this file. Open with Sublime Text, which is listen to your body, assessing your symptoms, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this should be right. Probably. Let's get those side by side. Let's say like I were watching the evening. We're watching the evening network news, and his mouth dropped. So yeah, very good. Okay. So I'm gonna say fantastic. Do the same thing to the other pages. And here I'm gonna use a trick that is useful because I know to use this trick because I understand how Claude Code works, right? And one important thing to understand about how Claude Code works, or all of those AI systems, right? It's not just Claude Code, it's all of them, is that when you start a conversation, it's like the conversation history starts to take up space in the model's head, right? And the more space that it occupies, well, first there's a limit, and then it stops working if it hits that limit. And second, the quality of the answers, they start to degrade, right? This is something called context rot, right? The context is the conversation history, and the bigger it gets, the worse the intelligence of the model gets. So one thing that Claude Code has to, I guess, work around this limitation is to work with sub-agents, right? So Claude Code, knowing this, it can create copies of itself with an empty context, right? If it starts a new conversation with itself, and then it gives that copy of itself a subtask. And that copy is called a sub-agent, right? And then by doing that, it can protect its own context window, right? The conversation history doesn't grow indefinitely. And remember, these files, right? These image files, they go into the context window, right? So the conversation is not only what you're telling it here, it's also the image. So I'm going to say use one sub-agent per image, and that's it. It will know what to do. So let's go.
Found 11 more images. Spinning up agents for each one now. This'll take a moment.
This will take a moment.
Hey, let me read that book photo and transcribe it for you.
I don't know. I'm going to ask it. What is this? So there's a content filter on some text image combinations, but I guess no problem. We'll do it another way. I can probably open this and turn it on the side like this, .md, and on a Mac you can do these things like this, and we can do this and paste here. Okay, it's good enough, right? Now we can go back to our files, and I'm going to put these images away because now I only need the text. Right? And we have basically the content of the book in a text format. And now we are going to ask what we want, again, of Claude Code. Hey, there's a bunch of markdown files here, which is a chapter from a book. Can you take a look and do a brief explanation of what's in there?
So this is a chapter about self-assessment for brain imbalances. It walks you through physical tests like dominance, posture, facial features, and sensory perception to spot patterns.
Okay, they form a book chapter on self-assessing brain imbalance through physical and neurological tests. The chapter is a hands-on guide that walks readers through a series of body-based tests to identify if one hemisphere is weaker than the other, the core idea, blah, blah, blah. And, okay, doing tests with a partner and a mirror, recording everything and consulting a function. Okay, so now, nice. I want to make a web application that I can use on my phone to kind of guide one or more people to do those tests and then show the result in the end. So I was thinking maybe a single HTML page that you start by adding like the names of the people who are going to answer, and then you hit next, 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 and you see each question in one kind of page with enough explanation about how to answer the question, what it means, and then at the end you compute a result for all the people doing the test. If you could build that, do you think you can build that?
Oh yeah, totally doable. One HTML file, step-by-step wizard, works on your phone. Let me plan this out first.
Oh, okay. So I wrote a plan and wants me to approve the plan. So here's the plan. Brain balance assessment web app. The user has a book chapter containing blah, blah, blah. The output is a single file, self-contained HTML. Add flow, screen 1, welcome, add participants, screen 2 to end, test steps, progress bar at the top showing current step, current participant name highlighted, test name, clear instruction on how to perform the test, brief explanation for multi-person, cycle through or all participants for each test. I don't like this. This doesn't look good design to me. Okay, so on pages 2 and forward on your plan, you're mentioning that when you have multiple participants, we would cycle through participants. I don't like that idea. I think it makes more sense that if you're doing the test together with someone, you are all in the same page, right? So you all read the question together, and then you will just put your answers next to your names, right next to the other in the same page, if that makes sense. Technical approach, verification. So here it wants to use its own browser to test it. This is a very simple application. It can probably nail it at first try. So we can probably skip this. You can skip the verification phase where you're planning to use a mobile browser. I will test it myself. Okay, so now it will redo its plan. Here it is, new plan. All participants answer on the same page. Each person's name show with their own input. Nice. Back and next. Okay. Clear context and auto accept edits. Your conversation with itself.
All right, building your brain balance assessment app now. This is gonna be a beefy one.
Okay, there's a file here.
Done. Your brain balance app is ready. Open index.html on your phone and give it a spin.
Yeah, you sure took your time. Tony and Samantha. Okay, start. Notice which hand. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Oh, this is bad. Kicking. Yeah, this needs to be fixed. It looks good, but there's a annoyance when I click L, R, it scrolls back to the top, and I need to scroll back to the bottom manually. Okay. Want to see what it looks like at the end. Wow, there's a bunch of questions. Okay, and it gives a result. Oh, this is looking good. And it says it's fixed. So let me refresh. Tony, Samantha. Okay. Sounds good to me. Fantastic. Now, can you please make a new version, but that is translated in Portuguese? And you can delegate that to a sub-agent, please. Also, I want to publish this
On it, delegating the Portuguese translation to a sub-agent now.
As a page on GitHub Pages. So, do you have access to my GH CLI to use my GitHub account? Control B to run in background. So,
you're not logged into GitHub CLI yet. You'll need to run GH off login first.
Okay, so we'll do that in another video to get this application published in GitHub so that I can access from my phone. All right, so I'll see you in the next one.